What up? You know what it is, man. It's the Charlie Newhart Show. Like and subscribe if you like real content. If not, you know what you can do. You just get off now.
Just go away.
Yeah,
We don't want
away.
you.
Maybe you like fake, but I like real. I like the interaction with real. Even if you don't agree with me, I never said I only want people that agree with me. I want real people. Even if you have an opposing opinion, we need that. We need the opposites. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. You know what it is. I'm here with my homie. Langston's here. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
He's dropping random ad libs. You know what I'm saying? Langston's a black dude, just for people that be jumping in the comments like, he's letting his engineer say the N-word.
Did somebody actually say that?
Yeah, they're like, why is that guy behind the camera saying the N-word?
How dare you, sir? Just
You
because
think I'm one of these niggas that let white people around me say nigga freely? You must be fucking joking, dog. Try that shit around me and see what happens.
Episode 12, there's a discussion on that, just dropped. You guys should go back and watch that episode.
Check it out. Only the descendants of American slaves can say the N-word. That's it. So Puerto Ricans, Arabs, or Arabs.
What if I'm from Wakanda, eh?
No, you
say,
can't say
nigga?
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 You're going to get slapped.
Even if I'm from Wakanda?
Yeah, you can't even. Is that your Wakanda accent?
Look, it was all over the place. I was all over the It's been a rough week. I couldn't focus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got the little, eh?
Did you go see Wakanda?
I did.
Wakanda Fair? What'd you think?
I thought that it was interesting. I thought it was interesting how Namor, never in my life, struck me as Latino. So, hey, let's go with that look and add some interesting imagery of brown on black violence.
Yeah, I kind of.
I'll say it. I mean, I just thought that was a choice.
I don't care. I looked at the synopsis of it, the rundown, and watched the little trailer. I was just like, this ain't nothing that I'm going to watch. I'm not. Shout out to the whole team, Coogler and everybody. I like to see niggas get money. I just didn't like the narrative, man.
That's pretty much why I went and saw it, actually. It was because I'm like, I need y'all to know that you can get money. We need to be able to make bad things and still
make money, yeah, because it's a ton of white Hollywood bad films that's getting money. So, I mean, I don't know. I just didn't like the narrative. It just seems like, all right, there's no men that can replace T'Challa. We don't have any male representation. Now, all the ladies going to stand up and run everything. And all these dudes is weak. And then all these ladies is going to go to war against the Mexicans. Here we go.
Okay, well, that's not exactly.
I know, I'm just saying, dog. I just didn't like the lack of male representation that I saw in the trailer. Now, I may be wrong in the film, and then I heard old girl only got $700,000.
Who?
The lead character.
The Shuri chick?
Yeah.
I mean, she should be happy she got paid at all after all that nonsense. But this actually goes back to something you're very, very strong on. And the reason why I said that was because she created basically some production issues because she had issues taking the vaccine.
Okay.
Right? She was basically, and honestly, I'll have to look up and see how it worked out. But there were some issues with her taking the vaccine and stuff, right. and that threw production all over the place.
Really?
Yeah.
So did she end up taking it or no? We don't.
I need, honestly, dude, I'll have to go back and check.
Ooh.
But it was a very high profile case of that. Mm-hmm. And it was just kind of okay, now you're gonna sink the whole production because you don't want to take it, but she's standing on her beliefs, and I mean.
Yeah, well, then I like her then. If she was willing to tank the whole production to not take the shot, the jab, then I like her then.
I mean, but why take the job? But everyone else is trying to eat, though.
But when she initially signed on the first Black Panther, that wasn't a thing.
I mean, honestly, my dude, we'd have to go look at the details because there's so many questions there about when you signed on for the sequel. You know what I'm saying? Because you more than me know what the process is for an actor when you go through.
Absolutely.
That. So I don't know contractually if she was already signed and she had to appear no matter what. And
in most cases, in these Marvel cases, you sign on for a several picture deal at the inception. They already know it's going to be a sequel, so it's 1 or 2 or 3, or you're going to do 5. In most cases, for the leads. Now, I'm not sure if she was considered a lead in the first one, but in most cases, the leads sign on this is a 3-picture deal. 5-picture deal.
Right.
Now, if in reference to her contract, I'm pretty sure when she signed that first deal, it couldn't have been any COVID restrictions in there at all because it wasn't even a thing during the first.
But see, that's the other thing that makes me wonder because you and I both know these Hollywood lawyers are very good at writing contracts. Mm-hmm. So I'm
Probably
wondering if they
worded in
found
a-
some random clause about
Yeah.
blah, 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 and technically this applies to COVID. So, you know, something like that because...
Damn, I kind of messed with her now. Then I hope she did. I'm just a huge fan of people that choose their truth over popularity. So if she's willing to shut everything down, then I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't know, man.
I love it. I mean, you know my story,
I mean, but I'm like, bow out. Like, let them get somebody else. Like,
and that's probably what she was willing to do. Like, okay, well then get somebody else.
I wonder if that's why we need to know. I really
I
wish
need to know
followed
them
that up.
details. Because if she was standing on her truth and her principle, like, look, I ain't getting it, and if y'all want somebody else, get somebody else. And then maybe that's why she only got the 700 bands. Like, all right, well, we was gonna give you 6 million or the 4 million or whatever. I don't even know if this is truth, but we'll give you this 700 bands if you don't want to take it. Okay, then run the 700.
That seems really low for a Marvel movie. So that's why, especially if she was in the position she was in. So
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if that was a result of like all the COVID.
Now, this is all guesstimation for people who want to jump in the comments. You know, this fact checkers like Charlie's wrong. She actually got paid 698,000, not 700,000. Like, so we just speculating on some of this stuff, but I know that.
And just for everyone at home, I'm coming from the position of a crew member and not talent, which is something I also like about our dynamic here because Charlie's front of camera.
Right.
And I'm on the production side, so we have two different perspectives on the same sort of thing.
Same thing. We don't agree on everything, but that's the dynamic. We showing y'all the dynamic we want y'all to have in your own life. Quit trying to be around people who think and act just like you. We got different perspectives on it. That's why it's winning. But he, you know, his side is more so, you know, and I understand his side. Like, damn, I heard Cedric the Entertainer say this. He said that I'm a comedian, right? When I go out, I have to be careful what I say. He said, because I'm on CBS, and I got a crew of 120 people that eat from my show. He said, I could say something out there that could basically kill 120 jobs overnight.
Good jobs.
Good jobs, you know, on the production side. Good money.
When you get that TV job, man, you're like, you're working. You got a regular schedule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On some sitcom shit. Oh,
Yeah.
buddy, like you're happy.
Oh, you killing them.
You're happy.
You killing them. My boy Richie, he from out here, man. I met him in Detroit. We was working on Detroit 187. He came, and when he came back out here, he was on a show. He was on a few shows, like back to back. One in, he on another one. And I'm like, man, he bought a crib. He out here balling. Like, oh, okay, y'all, you getting that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? He bought like a $2 million house out here. I was like, oh, okay, these crew members out here, these niggas is eating. So he said something very true, like, man, I have to be careful what I say because it's 120 people. And I never thought of it from that perspective because I'm all on some, which I'm still like staunch in my views and my beliefs. Which one of the reasons I ain't got no show right now. You know what I'm saying? But he coming from a position, he a veteran in the game. He been in the game 30, 40 years. He said, I got 120 people. So from that perspective, I understand where he coming from.
I just wonder if it just feels like she knows that and she wouldn't do that to a whole production.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if there was some lawyerly shit that sort of injected itself to put her in that position where.
But dog, if you think about Marvel, dog, I don't think they have a problem with replacing people. They replaced Terrence Howard with a nigga that don't look nothing like him at all. Like Terrence Howard giving you issues. Let's replace him with Don Cheadle, like a short, dark nigga. Like look at the contrast.
No, it was some like really complex shit. Like they had like she had to cross international boundaries for like reshoots or something, and so that was where it was because they had already shot a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Right, and that wasn't an issue, but there was something with reshoots, and they needed her to come to a certain place, but she didn't want to get the jab, and she needed the jab to get to that place in order to do the reshoots. So it wasn't like I'm not going on set if I you know.
Oh yeah.
It was a very
they
like
worked around it.
It was a very specific part of the production, like towards the end, where they needed to do reshoots, and you know when reshoots you got to move all around and be in random places. So that's really what it was. So she definitely wasn't just like fuck all y'all niggas. I don't care if you eat. It was more of just like, oh, you're coming back to me this now. Now you're putting this other thing on me.
I like it. Good for her. Good for her. I already know what time it is. I came out here. I got a job on a couple shows. I came out here 2017. I did 2 TV shows, 2 or 3 movies. I did a ton of national commercials, and that was cool. And then all of a sudden it was like, yeah, well, when everything shut down, manager came to me like, we got this show for you on Apple TV. Pretty much a shoe-in. Just send in your tape. but I'm not even going to send your tape unless you take the jab. I said, well, nigga, we not sending the tape. What do you mean, Charlie? And it was that, and then it was another movie, TV show on Stars that paid. Like he was honest, man. He was like, this is going to be like 30 to 40,000 an episode, 10 episodes. We can't send the tape if you want me to take that jab, my dude. I don't care what number you throw out. I ain't doing it. And he was beside himself, dog. And we parted ways. You know what I'm saying? And then he presented it in a way like, I'll never work in this town type of shit again. I'm like,
wait, what?
Okay. You know, we
You'll never work in this town again, kid.
basically is what it was. Like, really? Just because I don't want to take the jab, dog. And then I thought about going that route and getting that, you know, getting the phony card and all that type of shit. I thought about it like, but if I do that and then present that card and then I'm acting in the industry like that, there's no way I can come here and be real. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But I was like, I can't, I'm just too real for that. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a good point, Jay.
I didn't want to, like, yeah, I got the car. I can't, there's no way you can't play both sides. Like, yeah, man, I said F the shot. And then somebody can produce a card. Charlie's online saying F the jab, but we have his credentials that he turned in to be on this TV show where he said he'd take it. Like, them niggas can't say that about me because I didn't turn none of that in. So, and that's to each its own. I ain't mad at nobody who does take it, but don't demonize me for not taking it. I feel like I should have an option, especially when you can take the jab and still catch the shit. So that part I didn't understand. But I just don't like you telling me what I have to do. Either do this or else. Nigga, well, I'm choosing or else. Every time. Got my CDL license and hopped on the truck. It said, forget it. And I was driving. I'll never forget, man. I was working for Cisco. Just against the industry saying, forget it all, whatever. You know, but I'm at the same time, I'm crying out to God. Like, I didn't come out here for this, God.
Right.
I could have did this in Detroit, driving on the truck. I'm doing it in California. I was up on the mountain in Lake Arrowhead in the wintertime. I got about 800 packages in the trailer, trying to drop them off. And one of the chains popped off because it was snow on the ground, snow and ice up in the mountain.
That bullshit, as I like to call it.
Bro, that powder. And I'm going up the mountain, bro, in this semi-truck, and one of the chains pops off the tire, and the truck starts sliding off the mountain, my dude. I'm like, off the road, nigga, and the other side of the median is death, just a drop-off.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm going to heaven. I'm about to leave. The whole truck, bro, at no control, is doing nothing. It's just sliding. I was just, Jesus, just help me. I don't know what else I could do, just Jesus. Truck just stopped. Somebody got out and held up traffic and helped me back up the truck, turn it around. Nigga, and I was on the way back to the yard. Like, I'm done. So make a long story short, man, I ended up making a couple drops after that. And I got a phone call from a producer. He was like, man, we want you to come back and do this national commercial. I was like, well, I ain't taking the jab. At this point, I done damn near died on the mountain. I'm doing a job I really don't want to do, but I'm doing it just to eat. So, and I done stepped away, and I don't want to take the jab, so I done stepped away. I was like, listen, I ain't taking the jab. And if you want me, I need these 5 figures, or I ain't doing it. And hung up the phone. Went back to work. Man, about an hour later, they called me like, yeah, well, Charlie, yeah, we decided we're going to go ahead and bring you back. We're going to pay the money. Nigga, I quit that day. Come out of here. I ain't sliding off no more mountains. But shout out to Cisco, man. It was I had a good time over there. But you got to stand on your principles and what you believe in and believe that it's going to circle back around in your favor. Because for me, I can't do it unless I'm genuine in myself, no matter what. But if that's what she did, we got to do the research on the Black Panther chick. I need to know if that's real. This is the flaccid intro. Flaccid. Wah, wah. I want to talk about, which I just did, why I don't trust the industry. Talk about that a little bit. The Frosted Flakes guy, John Kellogg, I think. Did you know about his dark past?
I mean, I assume anyone with any sort of note has a dark past. That's how you win in America.
Oh, yeah.
You kill people.
But yeah, that's why I feel like when these dudes, these white dudes especially, when they start making millions back in the day, you know, how can we just start eliminating people? You know, even down to like Bill Gates, like, we got to start cleansing the environment. It gets from the environment of cleansing it, like from plant and wildlife shit to like, let's just clean off people who shouldn't be here. You don't want to wear deodorant? You should die.
Well,
You're missing your side teeth? You should die. They just start coming up with random reasons why niggas don't deserve to be here. Like, motherfuckers with only 4 toes on their feet, they should die. Nigga Kellogg just talked about why I stepped away from Hollywood.
Can we replace die with unalive for the algorithm, please?
Oh, unalive. Yeah, if you don't floss regularly, you should be unalive. Everyone deserves to live. All lives matter.
No. Actually, no.
I'm talking about the first time I did a casino commercial, and the first commercial I ever did, I punched myself in the face in the commercial. It was dope. So dope. I want to talk about that. I got a pretty dope guest today as well. Yeah. So y'all stay tuned.
Give it up for Charlie Newhart! Come on!
Song to put on to get blow with a free. My phone won't stop ringing, juice won't stop gleaming. Clock G's, spark trees, how to drop V. You better boss up and get this money. The clicks, copping chinchillas, but still got old school mix. And when the spot get hot, we set up shop in another hood. Coming with the lowest ticket, so it's all good.
What up, though? Hey, Charlie. How's it going, man? Look at you, man. You all dressed up. Look like you just came from court or something, man. I came by here a couple days ago, man. You wasn't here. You been all right? I got caught with 6 bricks in the trunk like a couple days ago, so. Okay. Anyway, so you're here to buy something from me, right? Wait, you got caught with bricks in the trunk. Are you out already? Yeah. They let me out early on some kind of technicality, you know? Technicality, huh? Oh, okay. You're here to buy narcotics from me, correct? I have some inside. Come on in. No, man. I was just came by to check on you, man. Make sure you was good, bro. I see you doing well. You know, you dressed up. You using your real estate voice. Yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here, dog. Come on in. It's okay. Do me a favor. How about you post it on your Instagram as well? No. I'm straight on all of that, man. I ain't got IG. All right, man. All right.
What up? You know what it is, man. We back. Got one of my favorite people in the world, man. Let me give you your flowers real quick, man. This dude made me famous, man. I did. He called me. I was like, come on, do a podcast, man. Let's just do it. I'm like, all right, cool. I get on there, talk about some shit, and now I got people walking up to me like, hey, you're the guy who got shot, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, man, for real. Look, I was driving the truck because I had basically just put this shit down for a minute. I was driving the truck, and my daughter called me like, because, you know, I had a flip phone at the time. She was like, you know, there's a video of you that's going viral. I was like, where? On TikTok. I was like, I have no way to check. I got to get off the truck and go up to somebody with a phone.
Hang on, let me go to the library. Let me get on the internet real quick.
Get on the internet, the library. This shit was at like 600,000 in like 12 hours. I was like, oh, shit. They want stories?
Yeah.
This is what they want? I appreciate you for bringing me on your platform, man, and just kind of showing me a wave, man. Man, let everybody know who you are, man.
My name is Craig Conant. What's up?
What's poppin', man?
I'm just chilling. Hey, this guy motherfucker podcast at 8 a.m. over here. It's got me sleeping in an hour and a half late. I feel bad. But you set me up, man. You set me up. I told him, too.
I was bedhead. I was like, oh, yeah, he gets getting up for real.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I had to do it. I was like, dog, it was the Home Alone, you know, that like, we slept in because I was snuggling my girl. I was all warm and cozy in my bed, just like She's her big old booty, and then she's like, "Don't you have a podcast?" I went, "Oh."
Yeah.
And I went,
it's
"Charlie."
tough. It's tough to peel away from a big booty in the bed, and
Bro.
it's warm in the morning. It's like, man, I don't want to roll off of this.
How
man.
about 10 a.m., 8 a.m.?
How about no?
That's aggressive. 10 a.m. is doable. I get up pretty early.
Yeah,
If it was
yeah.
10 a.m., I would have been slightly rushed.
Yeah.
Not like, ugh. I was just discombobulated. I was like, where's my stuff?
Yeah.
I've just grabbed the fucking, I don't want to wear a hoodie, even though it's my hoodie.
Yeah.
I got to look. I got to be in uniform.
Yeah, you got a standard
And-
look, the uniform. Everybody that come over here, like my boy Slink was here last week. He was like, man, Charlie, I must like you if I'm here at 8 in the morning.
That's
on
what I
Sunday."
said. He told me it's usually because of summer and the heat and out here, and I get it, but it's not summer anymore. It's not summer anymore.
We've
people.
developed a pattern at this early in the morning to get it done, and then during the week I just can do my own thing. So
Well, one thing is 8 a.m., but you're an hour 15 out, bro. So
Yeah.
that's not 8 a.m. I mean,
I'm
leave
away
at
from
7 a.m.
all y'all. Like when you sent me your podcast, like I'm here, and I looked on the GPS, like man, it's like an hour and a half from me, man.
Yeah, but I'm by civilization. You're by the hills.
I'm out here.
You're in
I'm
the
out here-
boonies, bro.
I'm out here in the woods. This is how I
I'm
like
in
it.
LA.
Oh,
No, it
man.
is. It's funny because I'm just driving out here. This is like where I like it out here, but out here is weird because it's like where you go to raise a family to get out of LA because LA is a zombie apocalypse.
Absolutely.
And also like retired gangsters or gangsters that get shipped away from their family. Because I am, first of all, we've had this talk. I am not a gangster because sometimes I talk about it. I'm like, hey, don't test me. I'm not a gangster. Leave me alone. I got jokes.
Right.
But a lot of my family is gangster, and we would ship them out to Riverside and just like, oh, you need to get out of
Yeah,
LA.
you got to go. It's too much for you.
But
You
then they
can't
just go make trouble in Riverside.
That's what everybody think. Like where I grew up in a little city outside of Detroit, but I raised my family in like Canton. But I was in and out of Detroit, so my kids grew up in parts of Detroit, parts of the suburb. But when we moved to the suburb, my kids are getting in trouble, and they doing the most. And it's like they're looking at me like, why the fuck did you come out here from the city? You've been shipped out of the city. We can tell your kids are terrorists. It's you. Like anything happened in the neighborhood, I could almost feel the eyeballs from
Yeah.
the people. Like it's Charlie.
That city really
That
it
city
sounds
life.
silly, but it's rough.
That
like
city
it's
life
different.
ain't no joke, man. It's so yeah. That's I just wanted to just give you your flowers, man. I appreciate you letting you and my boy Craig Smith, the two Craigs, one with the C and one with the K. Y'all let me on y'all platform, and I was able to see like, oh, this internet shit, because I was so against all this internet shit.
You don't need the system.
No.
You just created your own system.
And I seen y'all doing it on a high level and enjoying what you did. I was like, thank you, God, for allowing me to see this. Like, these dudes is having fun and doing whatever the hell they want and then building their own platform. Because ultimately, the goal, you build your own platform that supports, a tour. You got these same people that are commenting in the community and they actually come see you live. And it's just a mutual degree of support. But you also, what I love about your podcast, Community Service, is that you giving real game. Like you sharing stories, but also too, it's just like, this is what I did, this is what it cost me. Let me give you some tools to help you. And that shit to me is dope.
Because I learned a lot of things the hard way, and as most of us do, and it's good to share that shit because fucking life's hard, dude. It's just like, I like to share shitty, horrible stories that then become laughable. You laugh at my pain, and then you go, "Oh, I'm not gonna do what he did."
Yeah, right.
Because you could learn just as much what to do as well as what not to do. I think it's more valuable to you see a motherfucker lighting himself on fire, theoretically, so to speak. Like, oh, don't be that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, don't be.
Like-
Because not a lot of people are willing to, like that level of vulnerability and transparency that we have as comedians, when you can make it transcend on camera and then it's a story to help people. Like a lot of people, I know some comedians are more comfortable doing it live. And then when I'm like, man, come to the podcast, do it. Nah, I don't.
No,
I don't want to be in front of the camera. That's forever. Like I can do it live. But that transparency that we have as comedians, and for people to be able to connect with that, because I say all the time, we lead with our strengths, but we connect with our weaknesses. So by you being transparent with your strengths and weaknesses, I'm watching your community grow so crazy. Every time I click on your page, like, bro, community growing like crazy, but they connect with your weaknesses, man. And you wild in a motherfucker too.
Because we're all fucked up and we like to bareback hoes, you know what I'm saying?
Raw is law. Raw is law.
Just don't tell nobody.
yeah,
But we like to have a good time, and it's just that's it. I've said it before. I want to be on my deathbed all fucked up and be like, yeah, I did it. I did it. I was out there running them streets.
Give it up for Charlie Newhart. Come on.
Hello, my name is Cody Barker. I'm the Academy Director at Source Trucking Academy. In case you haven't heard, right now the trucking industry is in desperate need of drivers, and they are paying. Our students right now are coming out of school with 80 to 100K plus per year jobs, and we're graduating them in as little as 2 weeks. Now, I've never heard of any other educational program with that short a time to value, or where the student is able to recoup that investment in the first few weeks of working. So come out to Source Trucking Academy, and let's get you paid.
I did it. What's your favorite? What's your most memorable story of being on the road doing stand up? Your most memorable, or most crazy, or most wild?
Hang on. With just I don't. Now I'm gonna be like I can't say.
I got one. That's why I'm trying to hit you, because I got one. That's
I don't know.
Hold on.
Just strippers or whatever, you know. I don't know. I can't say this stuff.
Look, all right, let me.
Let's go to the past.
Okay,
How about the
go to the past.
Not current
like years
ago.
Okay, I give you one of my most memorable.
I can't rat on myself,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Well,
come on now.
this
This
what I-
setup.
this
He
what I'm
set me
saying.
up to be late. He set me up to get a divorce.
Man, it was this one time that I was on the stage and I had an AK and I was telling. No, I got one. So one of my most memorable on the road is I was touring with my boy Craig and Big Jaw. We did 2 sold-out shows in Vegas, right? And I had never did a show in Vegas. This was a couple years ago. So we do this show. I don't know what to expect. It's a packed house. And I'm like, damn, I'm overthinking everything. What music should I go out to? How should I test the crowd? Oh, shit, I'm used to doing shows either in L.A. or Detroit. I don't know. I'm in the area. I don't know what to do. So finally, I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to go out and do whatever I want. So I go out to a T Grizzly song, First Day Out. It's a Detroit artist, right? I took such a gamble because sometimes you're just supposed to play music conducive to that area so people can connect and all these other rules. I was like, fuck it. I go out there to T Grizzly, and the fucking audience goes insane, dog. Because most of the people in there are from the Midwest. And I was like, fuck, it's a fight getting ready to break out. And I felt just like I was at home. Like, now this feels like
Detroit.
Detroit.
Remember one. Okay,
Good,
thank
good,
you.
good.
I got gangsters. About gangsters. Don't let me forget that because I got a squirrely brain.
Yeah.
At the Moose Lodge. Okay.
No, I want the story. I can come back to mine.
No. You do yours.
Okay, so
Yeah.
everybody's going crazy. Everybody's saying all the lyrics to the song. And I damn near am not in my set because now I'm on stage. Everybody's standing up. Now I want to fight. I'm like, oh, shit, this is like the club.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying all the lyrics, blah, 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 blah. It was just such a great intro. And then I don't even know what my lead-in joke was, but it was probably one of the greatest sets that I ever had. But I was so fucking nervous at first, man. But when that audience connected to the music, they were showing love. They went crazy, and people was talking shit in the audience. And I think I liked the rowdiness of it. It just reminded me of being back at home.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick. But because what you said was very important. When you say, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want, and you just have fun, what you just said after that ended up being the best set of your life, or that, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because I hate, like, I'm not trying to pull back to myself, but I know my stories.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was just analyzing this last night. It's funny you speak of this because I just did the Hollywood Improv. The Improv has 2 rooms. The main room is,
Right,
Jim
right.
Carrey, Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, the
it's
greats.
cracking. But then they got this little room called the Lab.
Okay.
And it's kind of just like,
I've been in there.
I'm not trying to throw no shade, but it's just the stepchild. It's just
Yeah, I
there's
get
a
it.
bar, there's ice. It's not the main room. Is all I'm gonna say. It's in the comedy community. It's like you say, it's where jokes go to die because it's just it's a tough room. It's
Right.
hard. And then I did it last night and like the night before. And the first night I cared. I was like, and I want to do good. And then I bombed. Like I didn't bomb, but it wasn't good. I didn't love my set. I did okay, yada yada. But then just last night I did exactly what you just said. Man, fuck this shit.
Fuck it.
And I'm gonna do what I want. And I just had fun. And it was the difference between night and day. It's weird when you release. When you let go, you want it. Oh, I gotta do it this way. I gotta do my podcast at 8:30 a.m. I'm gonna set Craig up to be late. I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying. The control, let go, man. Let go, let God. I'm a huge fan of Richard Pryor. He said that all the time.
Let go, let
I'm
God.
scared of it too because it's free flow. You don't know where it's coming from
because it's trust. It's trust involved.
I'll let go, let God. And Richard Pryor, I listen to his tapes a lot, and he'll say, I'll do it, and he'll do it. Like, him is 10, 20, 30 minutes. Me, I'm 30 seconds,
Yeah. Okay, God,
2 minutes. Okay, I did 2 minutes, and now I'm scared. Back to the act.
Okay, God, now.
But it's a very freeing moment of that. Just, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah, I get that. I want to hear that metalhead story. You said you had a story.
No,
Gangsters.
The Moose Lodge. Dude,
Gangsters at the Moose Lodge. Yeah. I want to hear that.
I know y'all can't tell, but I'm half Mexican, and my people are Mexican.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
I know I'm whitewashed. I know I barely speak Spanish, but if you saw my cousins, they just look. Yeah, they're shaved head, Southeast LA, tatted on the back, teardrop, like they're gangsters. And I did a gig at the Moose Lodge because my father won't stop bugging me, and because he drinks at the Moose and the Legion. Wherever there's a nonprofit bar where beers are $1.50, that's where my father drinks.
Nonprofit bar.
Nonprofit bar. They exist. The VFW, the Moose Lodge, the Elks, the Kiwanis Club, wherever there's discounted beer, my father is a member.
Shout out.
And
Shout out
he
to
does
Pops.
his gambling and shit. But he's been bugging me for years. I don't want to do a gig at the Moose Lodge because they don't know what comedy is. They're going to drink. They're going to be rowdy. No one's going to listen. I told them, you want to go to a comedy show, go to the comedy club. Everyone's trying to,
do comedy at a Moose Lodge.
Finally, I broke and I do the gig, and I'm born and raised in the area. It's Torrance, Gardena, Carson. It's Torrance. Torrance is a nice area, but Torrance, you hit Western, it just changes. Yeah, and that's it also is laughable. It's just fucked up. It sounds so racist, but my Mexican side lived on that side of Western, and my white side lived on this side. I didn't segregate the city. Talk to the city.
It sound like 8 Mile.
It's true though, bro.
Yeah,
if you're in LA, that Western is like a dividing line. If you're near the coast, the police just no crime over here. Right. And then as soon as you cross over there, it's buck wild.
Yeah, it's okay over there. Just take it on the other side.
Yeah, just go that way.
Sound like
gunshots are okay on that side. Yeah, but not this side. It's laughable, man.
8 Mile, 100,000%. The segregation parts of it is real.
And I say all that because, my family, my friends, and shit. Once again, I'm not gang affiliated, none of that, and I don't pay attention to that world, but it is fascinating. So there's I don't even know the rivalry, bro. So if I misspeak, don't get at me. But there's T Flats and G13 and Gardena and Carson. There's there's 204th Street. That's right. 204th Street and T Flats. They don't like each other. Okay. And some of them are in the audience, Right. And then I'm a comedian and I don't know the politics. I don't know none of this shit. And I don't even know who's there. I don't know which gang, so don't fucking. I just get scared because gangsters are gangsters. Yeah. And then my homie says "Hey, make sure you shout out this gang because they're all here. They'll love it. Right. They'll be like, yeah." But he set me up and he told me the rival gang's name. Dude, I'm a comic. Of course, I'm like, "Hey, thanks for the cheat code. I'm gonna get it lit." Yeah. So I say, shout out. I think I said 204th Street and T Flats was in the house. Oh, and then they all got mad and they went, Yeah. And but I'm a comic too. I'm a pit bull too, but with jokes and words. Right. Not knives and guns. And then I was like, y'all need to calm the fuck down. What's your problem? I'm literally shouting you out, praising you. And then I do my act. And then it got weird. It got volatile. You know, I was like, why is everyone like looking like, you know, like
Yeah.
And these are fucking gangsters, bro. They got, you know, fucking neck tats and shit. And I'm just a hippie comic druggie trying to fit in, but I don't know the politics.
Right.
And I hate that fool that set me up. His name was Marty. I told that fool, I was like, fuck you, fool. You're a piece of shit.
Right.
You know how hard it is to do comedy, and you literally starting to fucking riot out the gate. That was my entry.
Fucking hilarious.
That was my
dog.
intro.
Yeah.
Shout out to the rival gang.
And then sit back and watch the action.
And then I was like, why are you mad at me? And I didn't understand because I was set up by fucking Marty, you rat bitch. You fucking set me up, bro.
You handled that shit like a G, man.
I did, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was trying to fucking, you know, as a comic, you want to kill. You don't want to start fights.
I feel like the rooms like that kind of help with room control. Like there was this club in Detroit called the Blackberry that you would go to basically to to learn audience control. So they was telling me like, man, when you go there, you can't directly get into your set. You got to crack some jokes on the crowd and shit. And that really wasn't my thing when I first started. So I ignored the council. I go to this
Isn't
club.
that fucked up, though? Like, you could work 10 years at this shit, honing your art, your craft, and they're like, well, you can't do it just yet.
Yeah, just yet.
You got to win their love.
You got to win their love first. And it's like, I've been working on this shit for 10 years. Like, fuck it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this council. I'm telling these jokes. They get
This
jokes.
shit is brutal, bro.
Nigga, I went in there, man, and they wasn't listening. They was, you know the story. They was tuned out, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck, man. And then my homeboy was on the side. He was like, I told you. You should have. So next time I go up, like a week later, I just start roasting motherfuckers in the audience. But I picked this dude in the front. He's the biggest dude. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm gonna roast the biggest, most meanest looking motherfucker. I'm killing this dude. And I look in the corner at my boy, and he's like, No. I'm like, I'm in it now.
You told me to do this.
I'm in it.
You told me.
I'm getting him. I'm getting this girl. I'm getting everybody. And then close to the end of my set, bro, this dude, this big motherfucker, he like 6'6".
You're
like,
big
fuck,
dude, too.
He about to charge. I'm 6'3", but I'm like, shit, he about to charge the stage.
Yeah.
That motherfucker stood up, looked around, and everybody got quiet, and I even froze. And then he said, man, this nigga funny as hell, y'all. And then everybody laughed. I was like, oh, shit, I've got to prove it. I got to prove it.
That's good on him, though, for having a sense of humor and also playing a prank.
Facts.
Because it could have gone the other way.
Yeah, but when
he
he did that shit, when he stood up, he had his fist balled up. I was like, I'm not fighting this motherfucker, which I'll throw hands with anybody. But I was like, oh, shit. And then man, thank you. He came up after the show, but damn, I had to put in 5 minutes worth of roast work just to make y'all motherfuckers listen to me.
Give it up for Charlie Newhart. Come on.
I had 3 sons, and it's really hard for me because I lost one to a DNA test. To find out.
Chapter 2, California. Liz, there's a black guy in front of me with gorgeous green eyes. I want you to get him in for an audition right away. As a matter of fact, I'm going to hand him the phone. And just like that, an old Jewish man got me an audition for the TV show Star Trek Picard.
So which famous actor starred in the TV show Knight Rider and Baywatch?
I don't think I've ever seen
I ain't never watched that, but I'ma say Ice
Come on,
Cube.
man, this is real.
Marlo, oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, all good. You got the answer wrong. Now I gotta cook you. All right? Both of y'all look like y'all don't wipe. Y'all let y'all panties do all the work.
Yeah.
And that's the whole. I remember. Let me tell you my worst moment as a stand-up comedian.
You're making me. I got one too.
Teachable moment.
A
worst
heckler.
moment. So look in Detroit, what they did at Coco's House of Comedy when I first started, they would shake their keys at you if they don't like you.
I heard about that. I haven't done.
Oh, it's an amazing experience.
I
amazing.
haven't had that happen.
It's fucking amazing. So I'm telling jokes, and I'm young and shit, man. I first started comedy at like 20, and then I did a year, and then when this incident happened, I stopped for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, it's like motherfuckers don't know these.
You bearing your soul up there.
I've been knocked out. I've had my face stomped. I've lost a tooth in a fight. I'm not a good fighter, but once again, I'll go at you.
You'll go, yeah. You're a pit bull.
I'll be like, oh no, I made a mistake, and now I'm in the gutter.
It sound like me with Richard Covert.
Yeah, and oh no, what was the point of this? Oh, the bombings hurt more than knockouts.
Oh, man.
Motherfuckers don't know.
Oh, it's treacherous.
It's on your soul.
It's fucking
My
treacherous.
jaw will heal. I could eat soup for a week.
10 years, Craig.
Yeah.
10 years. So I'm up there, I'm telling a joke. I told my first joke, everybody laughed, but my timing was off. And it took me too long to get to this second joke. So I'm getting there, I'm stumbling, and I lock eyes with this big black chick on the front row. And I watched her with this face reach into her purse. I was like, no,
please, lady, no.
I'm like, and I try to rush to get to the joke, and she hits me one time with the key shake, and it was like a movie. It's like damn near everybody in the audience had their shit ready.
They're ready.
As soon as she'd hit one little chink, everybody in the audience, it's all keys. And I was like, oh shit. So I'm trying to power through.
She's like 300, King Leonidas. Hold the line.
Hold the line. Hold. She's this. Everybody's going. And then I was just like trying to power through the joke. And the dude in the back is the one who killed me. One dude in the back in the middle of the key shaking. His timing was impeccable. He was like, get your whole ass off the stage, nigga.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I would have quit for 10 years.
Oh,
too.
yeah, and they came out and got that mic out my hand. You should have seen the MC. When he grabbed the mic, he looked at me like, Nick, you didn't hear them keys?
Yeah.
Go sit the fuck down. 10 years. 10 years, dog. I was done.
That just hurt more than my face stomping.
Murder.
Damn, I know.
Murdered me, man. I came back as a monster 10 years later, but I mean, that shit right there, I was like, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Technically, I'm 13 years in the game, but the first 3 I did improv and sketch because I'm about 9-10 years hard at stand up because you bomb once and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna take 3 years off.
Yeah, I'm done.
They don't understand like you're just a raw exposed nerves. You're just you're naked.
Yeah.
You're so like naked in a different way. They don't understand, and that's why it's so frustrating. We get so angry up there because we're literally bearing our soul, giving you our heart, and you motherfuckers are drinking, be like, this motherfucker ain't funny. And you're like, I just told you my life story, bitch. And it hurts. It hurts. It just...
Yeah, that soul-bearing shit hurt. You said you had a...
Yeah, the Aviator Casino and this bar show in downtown L.A. I think it was called Casey's Irish Pub. Nightmare Stories. This one, I feel bad because I started to hate the producer after this. And I wasn't his friend anymore, and I that was petty, but fuck him. No, because I was doing this rowdy bar show, and normally I'm very good at that because I did a lot of drugs, I drank a lot of hooch, I can relate, I got a lot of stories, so motherfuckers are like, yeah, they get it, and there was this one heckler, dude. And he had killed the comic before me, and they weren't policing the room.
Of course.
Because everyone was rowdy and heckling, but there's in a drunk, fun way.
Yeah.
Where those are almost my favorite shows. It's like, oh, we're going to get lit.
Right.
But there was one dude that was ruining it, and he was just the stick in the spokes.
Right.
And he just stopped. And so I was already fuming because the comic before I knew him and the heckler killed him, and he didn't keys him, but he keyed him with words.
Yeah.
And the guy died on stage, bombed, and left with his soul tucked in between his tails. So I saw that happen to my friend, and you're just angry, and I am a bit of I'm a firecracker,
of course.
But I'm also a comic and a professional, and I'm like, I'm gonna get him with comedy. I'm gonna kill him with comedy.
Right.
And so this motherfucker comes at me, and I get him. But I get him with comedy, and it's laughter, and it's fun, and it's light. And he comes at me again. I hit him with comedy again, and it's good again. And then he comes at like the third time. I'm like, all right. And then after you kill him 2 times with laughter, and the audience hates him, you're like, what am I? I don't know what else to do.
Right.
So I know a little bit. You hit him with the like, what's wrong, man? Like you get beat like a kid.
Yeah.
Me too, bro. Now shut the fuck up. Like, what do you do? He's just shit faced, and he's not. He should have been kicked out. He's ruining the show, and it was a good show. And then I'm like, I'm gonna bulldoze him because I 3 strikes, you're out. The producer comics not policing the room. That's why I was like, it's his job to be like, okay.
Yeah. So since you're not doing your job, let me kill this dude.
I did my job, and the producer at the third time he should have ejected him. He killed the comic before me, and then I'm a bulldoze him, steamroll him. You just speed up your act. I did it at Long Beach because if they get a little chatty, you got to do something.
Yeah, I saw you.
So you just steamroll them. You don't give them a moment to talk. You kill them with laughter. You kill it with killing it.
Right.
And then so I go into steamrolling, and then I'm about to get off. I'm about to say my punchline, and there's one moment of pause for dramatic effect, and that fool slipped in, and I went gah, and I just snapped. I jumped off the stage. I grabbed his hat and his glasses off, and I got back on stage. I said, "I'm gonna shit in your hat, motherfucker." And I was serious as a heart attack, and I got off stage, and I went to the bathroom, and I tried to shit in his hat in the toilet, and I couldn't. I had no doo-doo. I couldn't shit. I had no dookie. So
You had an empty chamber?
I just pissed on his shit, and then I left because I knew if I went back in there, I'm gonna fight him.
Right.
He got me, you know. He got under the skin, and then I was like, I can't be fighting fools at a comedy show, so I just left. And then the producer texts me. He's like, "Hey man, where'd you go? Where's that fool's hat and glasses?" I said, "It's in the toilet. I pissed on that shit." I was like, "Fuck you, dude," and I just left. And then, yeah, that's it, really. He had to hose it, you know. He gave the hat. He gave it back to the guy. I was like, "Make him get it." And everyone thought it was a joke. It was an act. I was ready to fucking knife fight, bro. I was like, I'll kill you.
No, I get that firecracker shit, man. Because I tell everybody we attract what we are, and it's like there's always this underlying firecracker in me in every single situation that I'm in, and I feel like I'm just keeping it suppressed and cool. And I even warn a motherfucker 2 or 3 times, and then by the time like that second or third warning is ignored, then it's like now I'm completely out of my mind, and I'm like, fuck. I tried to tell him, I tried to prevent this from happening.
I don't want to fight my uncle, but we'll go there. No, I'm just thinking of family drama. Like,
no, we'll go.
It just sucks. It's like nobody wants to go there, but you have limits. It's like, hey, respect my boundaries, and then it's like, okay, bro, I'm about to get knocked out, and you made me do it.
My problem is I feel like it's my job to personally make people. Like, if you mess with me or my family, I feel like it's my job to discipline somebody. Like, I may not exercise that all the time. You fuck with me or my family, like one of my daughters call me or my mom and say such and such happening, I'm like a Marvel superhero. It's my job to do. Who the fuck did it?
You need to pay fools visits because fools need to learn. Yeah. Because it's all about respect, and I feel like there's hardly any respect and decency out there.
Yeah.
And that's why I love gangsters and some of not so much the murder and
but the principles, like you get out of line.
Just give me respect, just common decency and respect, and it feels like the world's losing its way. It's like, what is so hard about? It's fucking insane, and everyone. It's just, I think it's the internet. Because nerds just pop off and they've never been knocked out.
Everybody has a voice now. Everybody has a voice.
I don't know what it is, but
and not everybody. We was talking about this earlier. Like most high schools now, they're removing the debate teams from these high schools.
Ugh.
And one of the benefits of that dynamic is you got 2 opposing views, and they're respectfully listening to each other. Like we're to the point now where a motherfucker can't even finish his sentence without somebody. Like people are listening just to speak. They ain't listening to understand. So these debate teams is like, okay, you got one side with one view. You got another side with an opposing view. And then you let the audience come to their determination based on the listening to those views. But now it's to the point where if Craig doesn't agree with what the fuck I say, then he's the enemy and we're not cool no more.
Burn him and his family.
Burn him and his family. We not cool no more. Fuck you. And it's like, damn, that's not humanity. We may not agree on everything. Me and Langston don't agree on everything, but if we can have an honest discussion and then and I may see something from your point of view that I may not have saw before or Langston's, and it's like, damn, if I'm listening to understand, then we can be cool regardless of the fact if we believe the same fucking thing or not. But we're in an environment now where if Langston doesn't believe what the fuck we believe, we're not going to fuck with him no more.
Yeah,
we gonna set him on fire and burn his house down.
0 to knife fight. It's like, no, you need 3 setups, 3 strikes, you're out. Then you do it.
Then you go to it.
Give
people
just
to warn
there. It's like, no, it's so crazy.
I'm enjoying it. Let me tell you what else I'm enjoying. I read this story.
I got one more horror story of dying on stage.
Oh, give it to me.
Because I was trying to think of the wild stuff, but I don't want to get in trouble. And
that's why you got to say years ago. This happened so long ago. It was way outside of any kind of purview. It's 20 years ago, 15 years ago. You put it in a time frame. You just say, yeah.
I was like, huh? What now? This was a casino gig in Delano, the Aviator Casino.
Oh shit.
And I was with the late great Eric Myers. Rest his soul. He was a monster. Look him up.
R.I.P.
And we doing this gig. Bro, we get there and the gig is in the middle of the casino. I'm not joking, bro. Like, we're like, where's the show? Where's the room?
Oh, it's
They're
in
like,
the middle.
oh, it's in the middle. I put this on my life. The stage is right here. The casino's right there. And you hear the gambling, the winning, the losing, the slamming on the table. Then there's what is like a cafeteria bench seat area in the middle. And then behind that is a bar, a functioning bar with TVs on, volumes up.
Right.
And then over here is the bathroom.
Oh my God.
And then behind you is a restaurant that is functioning, ordering, clanking cups, silverware. Wow. And then, I forgot the worst part. The stage is right here, but there's a gap in between you and the audience, maybe about 20 feet, like a large gap, which is terrible for comedy.
Absolutely.
And then
everything in this room sounds terrible for comedy.
And not only that, the gap in between the stage and the audience is the path to the bathroom. So, bro, it was the worst show I have ever done. This fool's hosting. Damn, I haven't seen him in years. I forgot his name, but he's a G, and he's a good comic, and he's bombing. And they want it, and these stupid fucking casinos have contracts. They're like, we want a 2-hour show. You don't make 2 hours, you don't get paid.
Damn.
It's like that. It's crazy. So the host is doing a half hour. I'm doing a half hour, and Eric Myers is doing an hour. And the host, he's bombing so hard to where, the ego, like, oh, man, this fool can't get him. Watch this. I'll get him. And I swear to God, he ended up having the best set of the night. Me and Eric were making fun of the host, being like, damn, this fool's bombing. He had the best set. He actually got 2 laughs. And and then I get up there. And I'm this is some time ago, so I'm definitely green. I think it was the first time I ever did 30. And so I get up there and I'm just bombing, and I don't have the tools and the tricks yet. It was the worst environment possible.
Right.
And I say this. I say, man, I don't know what else to try. And then somebody shouts out, why don't you try being funny? And then I just said, I am, man. I am. And it's like you just felt the soul, the dagger through the soul. But I didn't even have any. I was just sad. I was like, I am, man. I am. Just fucking
single tear.
But I took my licks. I did 30. I took it. I just fucking.
You stayed in there.
I took those bullets. Just.
Fuck.
And then I got off stage, and it was. And then Eric turned up bulldoze mode, but he didn't. It was more like the TV's on, nobody's listening.
Oh my God.
So he did his hour in like 37 minutes, and he's like, fuck this, I'm out. And then the booker producer man, he's like, oh, they want 2 hours, so he get up there and he does ends with 15 minutes of shitty crowd work that also bombs. The whole show bombed.
Of course.
Also, I forgot to mention the cafeteria area maybe had 100 people, a lot of people, but maybe 15 to 30 were there for comedy, Yeah. And then I was like, who? We got paid.
It's the worst setup ever.
We almost left before we got paid. The shame was that big, but we're all so broke. Eric's like, let's get out of here. I was like, no, man, I need the 100. What are you crazy? We literally just got stabbed wounds in our soul for $100.
It's so funny when you're doing projects with people who don't really understand the full scope of comedy. I did a show one time for this guy. He rented out a hall. It was for his wife's birthday or something like that. And he reached out to me and asked me how much, and I was just like, you give me $300, and I'll do. No, it was give me $250, and I give you 45 minutes, and I'll bring an opening comic with me. He said, cool, but he starts debating with me on the price. Well, a portion of this, I'm doing it for my wife, her birthday, but we're also accepting donations for charity. So, is there a way you can do? Wait a minute, is it a birthday party or is this shit for charity?
Yeah.
Which one is it? But he wanted me to donate. Basically, what he got around to is he wanted me to donate my services for free.
Everybody wants shit for free.
And I was just like, nah, man, I was stomped down about it. I ain't showing up till you give me $100 up front, and I want the other $150 when I touch down. So he reluctantly did it. So the whole time when I get there, he got an attitude with me the whole time. I'm like, he mad? You don't want to talk to me? Oh, he mad because he had to pay me.
Yeah.
So when right before I hit the stage to tell jokes, so similar situation. There's the people here, and then there's like a buffet way over to the right, and it's basically
Those are the motherfuckers you gotta get the money before you hit the stage.
fuck, man, this motherfucker, man. Right before I hit the stage, so we get ready to bring on the comedian, y'all. But before we do that, I want to say grace over the food, and I'm gonna let y'all go over there and get the food while the comedian's up here telling the jokes. All right, he says grace, bless the food. All right, y'all go get food. Hey, introduce to Charlie Newhart. I'm like,
You can't.
everybody leaves from the area to go over to get food, and I'm gonna say, hey, y'all, dog. I spent a good 30 seconds about to shit my pants. Like, nobody in front of me. I didn't expect this curveball. The only thing I can do is address the elephant in the room, and I went for it. I was like, hey, everybody that's over there getting food, the reason he sent y'all to get food like this is because he mad because he had to pay me.
And then they got him.
Oh, shit. They started cracking up laughing. I was like, that was some hoe shit, wasn't it? How you going to have me come up to do comedy and y'all getting food? Y'all come over here and sit down and make them wait. Then I looked over at him and I was like, that was some hoe shit you did, man.
Yeah.
And that everybody cracking up, and that's the only thing that would get, and not all of them. I ain't gonna front like everybody sat their plate down. Some people was like, nigga, I'm hungry. Fuck you.
Yeah,
but some people walked away.
They'd be like, that's funny, but let me get my chicken real quick. Let me
That's
get my
funny
steak.
as hell, man. But shit, I already got this dressing on my plate. So about half of them came.
They're
and
almost
sat
out of
down.
ranch. I got to get the ranch. Sorry, Charlie. Sorry. I don't want to get balsamic vinaigrette, that bullshit.
Fucking, I had
Give
to
me the
cook it.
homemade ranch. Shut up,
Fucking
Charlie.
shut up, Charlie.
You're heckling my ranch.
That was the only way. But you know what? I learned that in the Blackberry, addressing, just fucking with the audience and addressing the crowd no matter what. Like, if I don't address this elephant, this is going to be cooked. And I was like, damn, I can walk away and get my money. But I'm like, damn. And of course, I knew once I opened my mouth, okay, he ain't never going to work with me again. But I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to work with a dude that's going to put me up when everybody else got to go eat anyhow. I was like, see this shit he did? Y'all come over here and listen to me. And I got the room, but it was so crazy because his wife loved it. But he was like, just got my money and left. I didn't stay to eat. I didn't do none of that shit. I just left like, fuck that. Fuck you. But that shit we experienced, I was talking about this the other day. You know, another thing that I noticed that sometimes comics do, we was talking about this last week, is there's a dirty macking. So dirty macking is when a dude is trying to get on a female and he's talking shit about a dude that she knows just to get on.
I
Like,
hate
fuck
those
Craig.
fools. I hate
Craig
those
ain't shit,
fools.
but me, that's dirty macking. But I notice people do that shit in comedy, like especially if I kill and somebody comes up behind me, then they'll talk shit about my set.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind you talking about me, my features, how I look, whatever the case may be, but when you start shitting on my art to win the room, that's dirty macking to me.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. I noticed you did something genius in Long Beach, and I wanted to give you your flowers for it. Because right before you went up, Chanel went up, and she murdered.
Yeah.
She fucking murdered. And I saw you over there like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I saw your brain
computer.
computer.
Like, oh, no.
Yeah. But when you got up, gave her flowers, but immediately went into AK mode.
You have to.
You won the fucking room immediately. I was like, see, that's the opposite of dirty macking. You didn't have to shit on her set. You didn't even have to roast people in the audience. You got up there, you said a few things, and then you just start hammering the audience. I'm like, that's a motherfucking professional, bro. That shit was genius.
It's
man.
a trick I learned watching the OGs in the game. It's all because if somebody is murdering, it for sure is intimidating. Because you're
absolutely.
just like, oh, fuck, I got to bring it. But motherfuckers taught me to just ride the wave.
Yeah.
Don't try to make a new wave. Just hop on the wave they created. And it's just a little tricks. Really, you just pay homage to what she just did.
Right.
And you highlight a moment in her set. It's that simple. Whatever word made you laugh, you just say, give it, whatever. Give it. She called someone fucking pussy boy or whatever. I don't know, but you just highlight them and pay respects to
you
them.
Killed it. And it was a masterclass.
And then hop into your shit real quick. Yeah.
Fucking masterclass. I wish people could see that because that dirty Mac and shit, like, and I did a show last week and murdered it, and then the comedian after me, dog. They had so much.
It usually
insecurity.
backfires. Did it backfire on them?
It did.
Of course.
Because they was looking at him like,
yeah.
I just laughed my ass off listening to this motherfucker. And then they saw that shit wasn't working, and they had to go into their set. Like, oh, let me just.
I'm okay with shitting on somebody, but 98% of the time, no. But it's basically they made you shit on them. You know, like they were so bad where you have to address it.
Yeah. If they bombing or some weird shit, then it's just like, I have to.
I've
done that before. It was a comedian went up before me who not only was bombing, he was arrogant. He was trying to heckle people, and he kept saying, what the fuck? Whatever his ethnicity was, he didn't look like it. I can't remember what he said, but he kept saying, I'm such and such. So as soon as I hit the stage, I killed his ass. I was just like, no, motherfucker, you look like this. And
I'm down with that. I wouldn't say that's dirty macking because I would say the motherfucker had it coming.
He did it. That's not dirty macking.
Because like if somebody's bombing and they're giving it their best, I'm not gonna shit on them.
Yeah.
They're trying. They're fucking trying.
Same deal. I'm not gonna.
But if they're arrogant or an asshole about it, or like that's when you like, oh, you made me.
He was an asshole.
You made me.
You made me do it.
Me
he was an asshole to the people. Fuck you. And what's this here?
And then the crowd loves it because you just shit on an asshole, and everybody hates the fucking asshole.
It's got to be room. It's got to be.
But that's
reason.
like 5%. That's very, very minimal. Yeah. Most of the time, it's praise and ride the wave.
Yeah.
Or like if somebody's bombing and giving, like I seen Ron White do it, and the homie was hosting, he was eating shit, and he was blaming the audience.
Oh no!
But it wasn't the audience. And then Ron White got up, he's like, "Nah, dog, it was you." And the fucking audience went bam. They blew up laughter, and then Ron, he's a gangster.
Yeah, he's
just murdered. And I felt bad for my buddy, but I was like, he was right. You can't blame the audience if it's not the audience. But there also is shitty audiences. It's just like it's just like everything is muddied waters. But you gotta have the knowledge to differentiate. I can't speak. Differentiate. The shit.
You got to be able to read. Like, okay,
I did drugs. Don't do drugs. You lose your tooth.
They don't want to hear. Sometimes the audience don't want to hear that shit.
No.
They just like, you know what? I'm damn near to the point now where I'm halfway through a joke or through a story, and I can just look in the motherfucker eye, and he's just like, I'm not here, dog. I'm not with you. So I'm like, okay, let me switch this up, and then I may say something to this person, or ask this person a question, or just go into, or sometimes I just bulldoze through and don't give a fuck. Like, fuck all y'all. I'm just going to say whatever I want. I'm going to get these 10 minutes out. But I want to present this next piece right here. I'd love to get you guys' opinion on this. It's a true story. Columbus Superior Court. Dominique Smith, 30. Dominique, this is a black dude doing some shit like this. Columbus Superior Court. He broke into a funeral home, stole a bike, and had sex with a dead female.
A bike?
Yeah, so the bike then.
Why is there a bike at a funeral? What?
Right. This is what I wanted y'all to bring out the details of this. The bike, and then he pleaded guilty.
Is it electric? Is it pedal? Is it a motorcycle? What's happening?
He pleaded guilty to 1 count of necrophilia and 1 count of burglary. He left his DNA on the scene, and he got a 15-year sentence. There's so many questions.
That seems aggressive. 15 years. I mean, they're dead. I would say if they're alive, you should get life because you ruined somebody's life.
Yeah.
But if they're dead, come on now.
But the bike, though, I just have so many questions with this. Wyoming, exactly.
How did you know that? Oh, why you want me to guess? Hang on, I want to guess.
Yeah, guess.
I'm just saying Michigan because you're from Michigan.
No, this shit was
funny.
I don't even know where this was, but he said Wyoming because earlier we talked about how people who behave a certain way, they're a little off. They got certain, like, what did we say? The cleansing of America. Everybody should just go. You're doing this type of shit, you go to this state, Wyoming. If you're into necrophilia, you want to fuck dead motherfuckers, you go here. You're a weirdo.
Let's send them to North Dakota.
Yes.
Yeah,
North Dakota.
It's cold over
Even
there.
North Dakota. Put them where it's cold at.
Yeah.
Like certain people who are just off, you just don't have it all the way together. You go to North Dakota. This dude, so apparently he broke in like, man, that's a dope ass bike in there, man. Let me get this fucking bike. And then in the process of walking out with the bike, like, man, what is that creamy thigh hanging from underneath that blanket?
Is that what
right
really
there?
happened? Because they're painting a picture. I believe it. I believe it. I was
Look at
like,
that creamy thigh. What is this place? Maybe he didn't know what it was when he was breaking it. Look at them titties. They just sitting up so perfect. Like, is this
a cloning facility?
Yeah, he poked at her like, oh shit, this bitch ain't alive. Man,
Sam Kinison had the best bit about
didn't
necrophilia.
he? I was
Remember
just
that
gonna
shit?
say that. Can you please say that fucking joke?
Oh my God.
That's what made me think of this shit.
Yeah.
That joke is
Imagine
hilarious.
being dead, you on your way to the pearly gates, you're laying down, and you're just like, hey, who's touching me?
Oh no! And he on the grunt. That fucking.
He's
joke.
laid out getting his booty touched. He's like, hey, stop it!
Hey, please, if y'all get a chance, look at that clip of Sam Kinison talking about that necrophilia joke. That shit was hilarious. Like, oh my God, what is this? Oh no! This a dude hitting him. So
What is wrong with people?
15 years, my man. But it's, I don't know.
I say 7.
7?
15 feels aggressive since they're already dead.
I don't know, man.
But then again, if it was my family, I'd be like, kill him. It's weird how things change. But mama, you gotta die.
That's a fucked up funeral. Like, imagine the funeral director having to call the family. Like,
So what had happened was,
we had an issue.
so my boy got into Somali, and one thing led to another, and he's oiling up your mama's ass. I'm real sorry about that.
Oh man,
I'm real sorry.
We got video. I don't know if you want it,
It's on mixtape. It's on a Bulgarian website. It's
oh my God,
$59.95.
the video leaked out. So
Yeah.
we've got a couple things to tell you. Something happened with your mom, and there's a video that's going viral.
It's going more viral than Kim's video.
Dominique's fucking a dead lady.
What is
at the
wrong with
funeral.
the world, man?
That's a hell of a transition, though, dog. You like, you know what, man? I just want a bike so I can get around. And in the process of going after that bike, you're like, damn, but to get some pussy.
Let me fuck this dead body real quick.
me fuck
Ain't
this
nobody gonna know. Yes.
Let me go for a ride with this dead bitch before I go for a ride on this bike. Let's get it done.
He put her on the bike the weekend at Bernie's. Hold on to me. She
Wait.
keeps falling off.
Wait.
She keeps falling off.
He got
Hold
caught.
me.
He got caught because he was trying to take the bitch with him after he
He
fucked.
put her on the handlebars.
Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious,
Damn, man.
I wanted to talk real quick about some of the mental health pieces that you give people, because you're always giving nuggets on your channel. So a lot of my people that's watching are like, you know, a lot of them don't want to take a whole lot of medication, but they understand that we may be dealing with certain things.
I don't take no medication.
That's what I'm saying. So what are your processes of?
First of all, fuck Big Pharma. Now you're going to get flagged right there.
Fuck it. No,
If you're taking shit that gives you 14 side effects, maybe don't take the shit. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
If you Google it, the main ingredient comes from nature. So why don't you just go to the source, go to God, go to nature?
Yeah, I love
It's
it.
all rigged. It's a scam. They ain't curing anybody.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Chris Rock and the greats. There's no money in the medicine.
Absolutely.
I mean, I said that wrong. There's no money in the cure. The money is in the medicine.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I
And you
what
know
you
the
mean.
bit. They never
Yeah,
cure
yeah, I
AIDS.
know his bit.
Never cure AIDS.
Mhm.
God damn, that special's fucking one of the best.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I struggle with all this shit. I'm an addict, and I did this, that, and it's just hard. So like, I get it, but I took pills and powders and shit. I took Big Pharma, but not, you know.
Yeah, you took street Big Pharma.
Yeah.
Yeah, street Pharma.
And I was a big fan of Oxycontin and synthetic heroin and Vicodin and Adderall, which is amphetamine in a pill, and cocaine and all the illegal shit and the legal shit, but I got it illegally. And even when I got sober, I went to the doctor. I went to the free clinic in Harbor Gateway in L.A., and I went to them, and I was like, oh, man, I'm all fucked up. I'm on all this shit. I needed help. And then they tried, it's funny because I told them my problems, and then they tried to give me Adderall, they tried to give me 4 pills, and 2 of them I was addicted to. And I was like, you motherfuckers aren't listening.
Right.
I just told you I'm a tweaker, and you're giving me tweak. I know what it is. I sniff it. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It tastes good. Put a little in the tooth hole right here.
Yeah.
It goes in the bloodstream quick. And anyways, that's the addict. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. They want you to come back. Like, come on back.
And so I battle all these stupid fucking demons that won't quit, and it's exhausting. You could literally see it. I'm grabbing my shit.
Yeah.
And so what helps me is you got to get it out the gate. You got to go on long walks. Long walks. It does something to your peace of mind.
Okay.
Or runner. I hate running. I'm not a runner, so you don't have to run. Even my big fucking buff like you, this motherfucker's got fucking 12 packs, looks like Wolverine. And he told me, he's like, I hate running too. I don't run, I do long walks. The motherfucker looks like Wolverine, and he doesn't even run. Yeah. And then I'm guilty of this. You got to weight lift because there's something about men. We got that aggro aggressive.
Yeah. We got to
weight lift. And I don't really do that because I like weed. But I'm on day 2, day 3, no weed, which is... That's like Moses parting the sea for me, bro.
Yeah, no, I get it, man.
3 days, no weedy.
That clarity start kicking in like crazy. It's your
Oh,
soulmate.
I met Mary Jane when I was 12 years old, and she's been a part of my life off and on for, Jesus Christ. How old am I? 38 minus 12. 26 years, man. That's too long.
Damn. Damn.
And then, so long walks, workout. You got to eat right.
Yeah.
You can't be. There's study after McDonald's has plastic in it. I get it. You're on the road. It's late night. You got to do what you got to do. But if you're doing it 3, 4, 5 times a week, you're killing yourself. You're killing your kids. Look, Google it. They ain't even hiding it anymore. They did a study. Wanda Sykes, the great Wanda Sykes, had a bit. She's like, McDonald's got caught for having chicken nuggets that weren't chicken. They're 60% like nerve endings. They're hot dogs.
Right.
They're not chicken.
Right,
they should be sued and can't even label it chicken. Yeah. That's hot dog chicken.
It's just a mix of bullshit, basically. Yeah.
And then she said, what happened? What did they do? Did they change the ingredients? No, they put them on sale, and everyone shut the fuck up. And so just no poison. You got to follow Dr. Sebi, all the holistic healers, rest his soul. I'm pretty sure they killed him.
R.I.P. Dr. Sebi. Oh, yeah, of course. Dr. Sebi.
And you got to follow the holistic alternative. And now I'm not against Western medicine. I just think it's rigged. I think in a perfect world in science, it's open. It's discussion. That's what science is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why can't Eastern hippy-dippy shit and Western shit meet and fuck and have a baby and have the best medicine? Everything is so like, you gotta have surgery. Well, let's try this holistic shit. Okay, if that don't work, all right, then we'll do the surgery. Like everyone is so finite
and it's literally, it's called practice for a reason. It's a practice. You're practicing medicine to see what works. So if it's a practice, why can't we institute other things?
Journaling. My girl got me on journaling.
Oh yeah, I'm on
but my daddy and me, it has me be like, hey, you can't say that. That's weak. That's soft.
Somebody
you can't write in a journal.
When somebody read that?
Yeah, but it is true. I forgot. I forget a lot of stuff, but somebody figured it out. You write 3 pages, and I don't even like comedy. Like I write on stage. I don't like homework. I hate that shit. Look at me. I'm not a homework kind of guy. Fuck those fools. And then, but like you can literally start like, I am writing on this page. It's just free flow. Because what it does is if you write first thing in the morning, like, okay, Costco. Oh, I gotta get my girl this. If you write the bullshit, also anger, aggression, you watch what happens after that.
You get it out.
It's out.
Yeah.
It's out the way. So those thoughts that are running your life, like, man, fuck this hoe, fuck that dude. You wrote it out first thing in the morning, it's out the way. And now you could go about your life and not be like, grr, and just fucking crazy.
Fucking love it. I love it.
Water,
I'm on the same
nature.
tip.
Go to nature, forest, desert, water, nature.
Yeah.
But everyone in the city, aggro, they done studied rats. Put rats on top of each other. They get aggressive. They eat each other. And what's New York City? It's rats on top of each other. Fuck. You put rats open in the fucking nobody's eating anybody.
You got to be in your room. Like I unplug a lot. I go to Lake Arrowhead, or I go.
Have to.
I have to go to the mountain. I have to be a part of nature. And I did the journal writing. I've been doing the 3 pages.
He's gay. He's gay.
Fuck out of here. I'm straight like
Not that
Indian
there's anything
hair.
wrong with that. It's just funny.
Yeah, straight. And it's funny. You get that narrative where it's like, wait a minute, you write in a journal, and you going out to nature. You going for walks. Like I have to do. If I don't do that, I'll kill somebody. And I need to have that release. So since I've been doing those daily pages, I get up.
I'm so happy you do it too. Who taught you that?
Man, I read it in this book.
Is it The Artist Way? It's something.
Artist Way.
That's what it was.
Artist Way.
I got it.
And they call the whatever pages they are. But that book, Artist Way, man, I'm so glad you mentioned that. That's a really good book for any creators, anybody out there.
I don't care if you're a creator. You hate your wife, you hate your husband, write it out.
Artist Way.
Write it out.
You write that shit out every day, and it gets out of your head. You should go back and read your shit every now and then, too. Do you ever do that? Like a week later? Like I was
No,
like,
I burn it. I'm good. Fucking get out of here.
Hey, where can they find you?
CraigConant.com, Craig P. Conant on all social medias. I'm touring like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I did 105 cities in the last 2 years, and I'm tired. That's why I slept in.
Hey, if y'all listen, that boy, this guy, man, if you want to take a look, his stand-up is some of the best. Rapid fire. He's done my show at the Laugh Factory and killed. Man, get on his website. Go check him out. Anything else you want to plug?
That's it, man. Oh, yeah, just buy my special. It's $5. I did a bootleg special.
Oh, shit.
I just taped it myself. My homie had the best idea ever. He's like, for Black Friday, like, you know, I sell hoodies and shit on my website. He's like, if you just sell hoodies and then put a special for free, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you sell 1,000 hoodies. That's $50. That's 50 G's.
Right.
So I saw the dollar signs. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to do this. And then, you know, you don't hit the numbers you want to hit. You're like, oh, man. But 2 G's is better than nothing. But I was hoping for 50 and a good Christmas. But
you got merch. Y'all got his merch.
I got merch. Anyways, I just fucking... you said plug yourself. I was like, I just talk about a failure. Buy my special that didn't make any money.
Yeah, but shit.
It's all about being real and honest.
I had 3 sons. And it's really hard for me because I lost one to a DNA test. To find out.
Chapter 2, California. Liz, there's a black guy in front of me with gorgeous green eyes. I want you to get him in for an audition right away. As a matter of fact, I'm going to hand him the phone. And just like that, an old Jewish man got me an audition for the TV show Star Trek Picard.
So which famous actor starred in the TV show Knight Rider and Baywatch?
I don't think I've ever seen
I ain't never watched that, but I'ma say Ice
Come on,
Cube.
man, this is real.
Marlo. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, all good. You got the answer wrong. Now I gotta cook you. All right? Both of y'all look like y'all don't wipe. Y'all let y'all panties do all the work.
If you got any questions for me, go to askcharlienewhart at Gmail. Questions, you want me to write a commercial, be in the commercial, go to my website, iamcharlienewhart.com. My comedy specials on there is I Am Dirtbag. You get the special, Roasted in Public, and my book as well. Source Trucking Academy. Go to sourcetruckingacademy.com if you want to. You can get your CDLA license for $3,800. All these schools around here charging like $8,000. So you can go to sourcetruckingacademy.com. $3,800 be done as little as 2 weeks, making 6 figures.
I think my Uncle Johnny went there.
Uncle Johnny?
Uncle Johnny.
Uncle Johnny, the truck driver.
Yeah.
Check out all my socials. I am Charlie Newhart, IG, TikTok, all that old shit, man. I'm gonna be doing some lives here really soon, so that should be fun. But man, again, thank you for putting me on your platform.
Of course, man. I love you, bro.
Yeah.
I met you at a show. We had a good time.
Oh,
and
man, for real.
It's just this game is fun because you just recognize real, and that's what it's about, because it's just this plastic shit and fake stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why I just love and respect anybody who loves and respects the game of comedy, straight up, or life even.
Yeah, and
like,
just
how
real
can we
shit.
better ourselves? I'm tired, that's what I think that's what it is, because like we have this crazy shit in us, all of us, all of humanity. I said that word wrong. Humanity.
All of humanity.
But it's just all about like, okay, we're down here, but how do we get up there? I don't want to hear. I don't need to hear how hard it is. I want to hear the one way how to get out.
Yeah.
I just think that's why, I don't know, we bonded personally. Just like,
no,
you respect the game and life, and like, okay, let's go up.
Yeah.
Let's get out of this shit. I'm
No,
tired
I love
of
it because you're willing to give game. I love you, man. Like on like some real brother type shit. You really help, but you got a good balance. You got a good balance of humility and authority, and you got a good balance of being interested, but also interesting.
You gotta have a little spice.
Yeah, you got that balance.
I got one more game. Hang on, I forgot. Alan Watts, I believe he said. I listen to him a lot on YouTube, and he said the devil is like salt, like you're making soup. You know, no salt is bland. It's boring.
Right.
It's bullshit. Nobody wants it. But too much salt, it's sour. it fucking you get sick, literally.
Right.
You get sodium sick, you go to the hospital.
Right.
It's just all about balance. You gotta have fucking poquito salt, bro.
Yeah,
or you're boring, but too much, you go to jail and you're locked up.
I feel
So
like the
be
devil.
Careful.
The devil is like your sparring partner. Like a boxer not gonna get into the ring unless he sparred with somebody to make him tougher for the actual fight. So it's like you need that sparring partner sometimes.
Just a sliver, but too much, you go bad.
Just a sliver. Hey man, look, we had a good time. My homie was here. Check him out. Thanks for tuning in to the Charlie Newhart Show. I love y'all.
Namaste.
I love y'all because I love myself.
God bless. Good night.
I'ma stay.
Give it up for Charlie Newhart.